Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Man, you know what? I believe a lot of collectors live in LaLa, man. I believe a lot of people don't understand that a lot of places are not created equal. Certain locations are not the same as other locations. Like if, Illinois looks like this, or Florida looks like that, or California, or New York, or Philadelphia, Tennessee, Georgia, places like that. Not every location is the same, bro. Each location is going to have some stuff or may not have nothing. It might be completely dry. It may be a bust, but people make it seem like you finding something is wrong. People ask to see more stuff and you show it and they like, that ain't what I want to see. So I was talking to someone and asked them what they want to see. I was figuring to myself, if I showed them what they want to see, it still wouldn't be enough. It never is, bro. Anytime that you think you're doing stuff to actually, one up somebody, or not even one up somebody, just to show them what they want to see, it's either considered a flex, it's considered you talking, recklessly, or you don't know what you're talking about. Bro, I've been collecting my whole damn life. And I'm gonna say this, not this stuff, this is recent stuff. Stuff that I done collected my whole life, I done sold 3 or 4 times over. Bro, I'm gonna tell you just like this. It comes and goes. You gotta find out what's best for you and what you doing that's gonna work for you. A lot of people don't know what works for them. A lot of people are too quick to actually sit back and complain and not actually put no work in. If you really want to find stuff, you will find stuff. But you got to put the effort in. Nobody put effort in. They think they go to one store and they don't find nothing, then that's it. I understand if your area has only one store, then that is it. And I get it. But if your area has damn near 2 stores and 2 this and 2 that, and you ain't checked none of them, you check one and, well, that's it. No. You get in what you put out. Again, if you putting in 100%, you may get somewhere 70 to 80 or 60%. But if you put in nothing, you ain't gonna get nothing. Dude, I've been collecting and I've been understanding, like I said, I've been budgeting, I've been looking at what I want to spend, and I'm like, man, I'm willing to spend this amount. But anything further than that, I'm not willing to mess with. Certain things, yes, I do buy, and I pay full price or sometimes even more. But that's not everything. I start shying away from paying full price because, again, that's not benefiting me. That's benefiting somebody else. I'm not getting nothing out of that. And that's the thing that I've been trying to explain to you all. It's not about flexing, telling somebody you done paid full price for the brand new toy that came out. People looking at you like, okay. But again, I'm looking at you like, well, it ain't in my area, so shit, I can't get it. Hell, if it is, it's gone already. I seen people already out and about the other day at the Hot Wheel displays that I put on a short. I showed y'all. And in that short, people were there with their phones out scanning each car, trying to see if each car is worth any damn thing, for they could sell, on whatever platform they got going on, man. And, I was looking at that too. I was like, I see that. But guess what else I see? That ain't for me. That ain't for me to sit back and, judge people on what they doing. Bro, if you doing what you doing, that's cool. If nobody else want these cars, they've been sitting there. Yes, I do see people finding treasure hunts and every damn thing else. I do see people do that. But that ain't me. I'm not looking for all that stuff. I'm just looking for stuff that I like. And after that, man, I'm pretty much done with it. I find what I like and, I move on. I'm not sitting there trying to keep, I'm going to keep going through it and trying to find out. No, bro, I'm going to sit my ass down after a while. I found what I was looking for and I go from there. We're not the same breed of collectors. Some breed of collectors, they go all in and they find what they're looking for. Each week they find something. Even if it's $25 worth of shit, they find something. Oh, he bought 2 Funko Pops and an action figure. He found something. And some Hot Wheel cars. Or, he made us spend more this week and found more stuff. Again, it all, it all depends on what he sees in the store that he wants. And when I say he, I'm talking about me. Shit, what I see. Like I said, I was collecting comic books at one point in time. After I ran out of room of where I wanted to put them, that was it. Funko Pops, same damn thing. Just about. I almost run completely out of room. I got a whole wall of Funko Pops. I said I wanted a wall of Funko Pops. I got a wall of Funko Pops. I can't complain no more about that. You get what I'm saying? You can't complain when you actually get what you get. What you gonna say? Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna get a wall of Funko Pops. Yes, you did. You knew you was gonna get a wall of Funko Pops. Then where you go next? You go next with whatever else you're gonna get. Again, that's one thing about collecting. It changes over a period of time. It changes based on your space. Either you go harder, you go less when you don't got, a lot of space, or shit, you still go hard just about. You just open the stuff and just go along with it as you go. Like I said, man, you open 2 or 3 things, man, to put 4, 5 items up. Dude, shit, you right back where you started at. You like, man, I got the room right back, Bruh, I don't know what to say to people. I want to hang some dragons from the ceiling, man, let them fly, shit. I want to do all type of stuff up in here, man, like I said. But I said, whenever you make a place too much like, your own, it's almost time for you to go, man, I got people at my job leaving, and, positions are opening up, and they're asking me, man, are you about to apply or do some of this stuff? Man, I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, you got to do what's best for you, not what's best for everybody else. It don't matter what everybody else got going on. You get what I mean? It only matters what you got going on at the end of the day, because nobody matters, because it's about your pockets. People do matter, and don't get me wrong, but when it comes down to you buying stuff and you doing stuff, dude, it's about you. Like I said, this year so far, we done got more stuff in the beginning than the previous years. At this particular point in time, 3 months in, we got a lot of stuff. Even the stuff that I open is still sitting right there. Some of it is sitting on the floor over here. It's just, stuff is growing, man, And like I said, man, it's all gonna, either play itself out or it's gonna do something magnificent. But like I said, man, it is what it is. And you gotta know what it is that you're doing. And you gotta thank everybody who helped you along the way. I'm not doing this by myself. You got people that donate to the channel, man, and people who send toys and, all of that. And, I say thank you so much, because I appreciate everything, man. And at the end of the day, man, it's not just about me here. I'm not the only one creating something here. We all creating something, and we all sharing that vision, like, man, man, I like what he doing over there, man. I see he's being true to himself. He's telling his truth with his toys. He shops sporadic. He buys a lot of stuff. That's who he is. I can't take that from him. I can't get mad at him for that. But some people do. Some people don't see a value of what you do. Man, do you even like the stuff you collect? Yes, I do. I talk about the stuff I collect. You see it up sometimes. You see the My Hero Academia, the Mortal Kombat, the NECA Gargoyles. You've seen all that stuff. You see the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff back there, like Blue Eyes Dragon and all of them back there, You see a lot of stuff. You see the NECA, dinosaurs, not the mama, Earl. Dude, you see the turtles over here from NECA. You see the Playmates turtles. You see the Hasbro turtles. Well, I don't even know if there are Hasbro turtles. Oh, my bad. The crossover between the Power Rangers and, the turtles. You see the Marvel Legends up. You see the DC Multiverse, the Motu, the Super 7 stuff. DC Multiverse. Like I said, we got Power Rangers. We have Fortnite. We have, Transformers. Man, we got some of everything. Flash Gordon. We got just stuff. And, like I said, this collection is growing, man. It's growing. I don't know. Like I said, I was getting into model kits, found more of them, man. And I'm like, man, I'm just taking my time with everything, man. This is how you build. You build slow. You don't build, just go out and buy shit. If you see it while you out, get it. If they don't have it no more, they just don't have it. It is what it is. Man, like I said, collecting is not a one size fit all. A lot of collectors don't understand other people collecting, and that's why. But till later, peace out.